Okay, it's 5:18. I'd like to call this hearing to order. Would you please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, over the agenda real quick. I'm going to highlight the proposed budget millage rate, the chief adoption of tentative millage rate. Will be a resolution that is read by Commissioner Fleming. Discuss and vote on that. It'll be a roll call vote. We'll also do an adoption of tentative budget. Commissioner Wood will read that again. That'll be a roll call vote, and then we'll establish a final budget hearing date. Remarks from the chief, remarks from the commissioners, and then we will adjourn. Any changes or input on the agenda as stated? Seeing none, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right, Chief.
Hey, good evening, Commissioners. Here and happy to present our tentative budget for 23-24 fiscal year. Turn to the screen. We'll run through a few slides and give some an overview of the budget for the upcoming year. To start with, we'll talk about the revenue side of the budget. For this year, we're expecting property taxes to produce about $9 million in revenue. We expect impact fees to produce about $40,000. Our fees for service, our late safety fees are $500,000, and our ambulance transport fees are $75,000. Just reference from last year, our late safety fees, which include plan review, are up approximately $200,000 over our budget amount last year. However, transport fees are down $425,000 over last year due to our lower call volume and only running one ambulance. Under miscellaneous are items like interest earned. You'll see we're budgeting $525,000. For the current year, we had budgeted $282,000. However, we're projecting to have almost $800,000 in interest earned, and that is due to the higher interest rates that we're earning on our money, currently over on 5.5%. Insurance grant program is a grant program that district receives most years for $5,000, and that's based on good experience. Under sale of assets, you'll see that we have $0 in that line item. However, we anticipate some level of the sale of assets when we work through our property on the new station and headquarters. We just don't know what that is. So we're putting up intergovernmental revenue. That is money that comes into us from the state of Florida, passes through to our firefighters, paramedics, and that is reimbursement for their degrees. And then for reserves carried forward from the current budget year, we're estimating that would be $18.5 million. Just to summarize that, we're looking at a total revenue this coming year of $28,672,250. Any questions on the revenue side? On the expenses side, you see we have personal services. That includes salaries, benefits, and health insurance. A breakdown of that, that's our largest expense account under the operating budget. Breakdown there is about $6.1 million in salaries, about $2.8 million in benefits, and about $1.3 million in insurance. Under professional and contractual, you'll see legal, professional, medical director, etc. Our legal line item has about an $80,000 line item. Professional services is at $925,000. The bulk of that is going to be for our design services for the two facilities. And then accounting at $34,000, contractual at $34,000, property appraiser fee of $105,000, and then tax collector fee of $190,000. How that account is. Under communications and freight, most of that is under communications, and that includes items like our phones, our data, network, our fiber optic, cell phones, and our emergency radios that the firefighters use. Under occupancy expenses and commercial insurance, occupancy includes items like electric, water, garbage, and insurance, or commercial insurances. Commercial insurance makes up $265,000. That's our property insurance and liability and whatnot, the different business insurance. Repairs and maintenance has buildings in there at $110,000. This is for normal maintenance on the buildings, not necessarily the items that we'll be rebuilding. Vehicles, we have $100,000 in there. Suppression gear, $30,000, and medical gear, $10,000 to maintain those items. Under operating supplies, we have fuel at $50,000, medical supplies at $60,000. We have suppression gear in there at $190,000. Communications at $7,000, life safety at $6,000, etc. Under education and training, we have $162,000 that we're budgeting. That includes things like people working on their degrees, they're working on their certifications for officer and things of that nature. It also includes conferences and hands-on training events firefighters go to. Under capital expenditures, we'll see we have just over $1 million in there. Capital expenditures for the upcoming year is mostly focused around putting our building back together. It includes bay doors at $150,000, almost $450,000 for elevators, $130,000 for re-roofing, and generator and transfer switches, $125,000. Then finally, headquarter remodeling work at $180,000. That is the expenses. Any questions on that?
No.
Then the last part is our reserves. Our reserves are broke down into 4 different accounts. In the capital sustainment plan, you'll see we have just shy of $5 million in there. Breaking that one down, almost $2 million for apparatus replacement. We have $900,000 in there that's allocated towards vehicles, small vehicles and ambulances. Suppression equipment replacement, that account is at $400,000. Communication equipment, $165,000, and then EMS equipment at $77,000. Technology at $180,000. FF&E, which is furniture, fixtures, and equipment at $18,000, and then building improvements, again, separate from recovering from the storm at $209,000. The next account is building replacement. You'll see that is at $7.1 million, and that includes a number of revenue sources currently. That's insurance reimbursements that we're receiving from storm damage. It also includes monies that may have come in from FEMA reimbursements, and the higher millage rate. We're in our 4th year of the higher millage rate, specifically to save for the replacement of Fire Station 31, and that accounts for $3.5 million of that. Under millage sustainment, currently that for this year that account is over $2 million. You'll see that this coming year we're budgeting $988,000 in that account. The difference is going to helping us balance the budget this year. And then we have our disaster response account. That account is for us to work for 30 days, all out, meaning double shifts. We have another event. And then firefighter presumptive illness. This is to account for risks associated with the firefighters who might develop cancer. That puts our designated reserve balance at $14,358,977. Any questions on the reserve? Okay. So just to summarize, we're looking at a total revenue for the upcoming year, $10.1 million, $10,172,252. The fund balance brought forward, we're estimating at $18.5 million for a total revenue of $28,672,252. On the expenditure side and reserves, $14,313,275 for expenditures, and $14,358,977 for reserve funds. putting our balanced budget that we presented to you tonight at $28,672,000. Good.
Question? Commissioner Lisa, can I say something?
No, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, item 6. Adoption of tentative millage rate, resolution 2023-03. Commissioner Fleming, would you like to read that for us, please?
Yes, resolution number 2023-03. A resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the Fort Myers Beach Fire Control District adopting the tentative millage rate for fiscal year 2023-2024, providing for an effective date. Now therefore pursuant to Florida statute 200.065, the Board of Fire Commissioners of the Fort Myers Beach Fire Control District hereby adopts and sets a tentative operating millage rate of 2.9851 mils, 2.9851 for $1,000 of net taxable assessed value for the fiscal year 2023-2024. The above stated millage tentative millage rate of 2.9851 mils exceeds the rollback rate of 2.5763 mils by 15.87%. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption.
Discussion, anything, questions?
None.
None. None. Commissioner Lisa?
None.
Thank you. With that, do we have a second for the motion, Commissioner Fleming, with the minute?
Second.
And this is a roll call vote. We're adopting the tentative millage rate at 2.9851 mils. Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Nickel?
Yes.
Commissioner Fleming?
Yes.
I also vote yes. Commissioner Lezak?
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next item. Adoption of tentative budget, resolution 2023-04. Commissioner Wood, would you like to read that, make a motion?
Certainly.
Resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the Fort Myers Beach Fire Control District adopting a tentative budget for fiscal year 2023-2024, providing for an effective date. This is resolution number 2023-04. Now therefore pursuant to Florida statute 200.065, the Board of Commissioners of the Fort Myers Beach Fire Control District hereby adopts and sets the tentative budget, setting forth the appropriations, the revenue estimate for the fiscal year 2023-2024, in the amount of $28,672,252. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
None. None.
Chief, will we receive any communication in regards to the budget? Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, this is also a roll call vote. Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Nickel?
Yes.
Commissioner Fleming?
Yes.
I also vote yes. Commissioner Lezak?
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 8, establish final budget hearing dates. As right now, staff recommends that we set a final budget hearing date for September 27th, 2023 at 5:15 p.m. Here at the Diamond Head Resort. I will make that motion to set that date.
What is the date again?
September 27th to 23.
September 27th. And it's the
5:15.
5:15. Commissioner Lezak is second. Any discussion? Further staff? Yes, sir.
You want us to read the entire thing with the address of Diamond Head for the record? Say,
For the meeting?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the motion as presented is to set the final budget hearing 2023-2024 on September 27th, 2023 at 5:15 p.m. Be held at Diamond Head Resort, 2000 Cerro Boulevard, Fort Myers Beach. I made the motion, Commissioner Lezak seconded. We open for discussion. Any further input? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. Thank you very much. Fire Chief remarks.
Commissioners, I want to thank you for trusting and bringing forth another budget. It's been an interesting year, adjusting from, I was reviewing the meeting from last year, which was 2 weeks before the hurricane hit us. And it's amazing how quickly things change. And that's a testament to the entire staff who helped bring this together every year, especially this year under, more extreme circumstances. So my thanks to everybody who helped and to all of you for support. Okay,
Thank you. Commissioner remarks. Commissioner Lezak, anything? Hearing none. Commissioner Fleming.
Just thank you. I think we have a really good organization. We have great people. You, thank you.
Commissioner Nickel.
I just would like to also say, thank you, has been a challenging year. That's a good way to say it. And I very much appreciate how hard everyone on the staff has worked to try to just take care of the business, the administrative management business. We know what happened out in the field, and we know how hard the firefighters had to work, but sometimes we forget about how difficult it is to try to take care of the rest of this so that the business of the organization and of the fire district can continue while we're trying to put back together the island and the district as a whole. So I just wanted to say thank you very much to our staff and the chief for everything that y'all have had to do to make that happen.
Commissioner Woods.
I concur with Commissioner Nichols' comments and could not have said it better, so I would just agree with what he said.
It's hard to follow up with that, but yes, I would like to also appreciate and send my thanks to everybody on the staff who puts the budget together. And also the line personnel. I mean, they're a direct effect on our budget as how they operate, take care of our equipment, gear, and facilities. I was thinking before we started our meeting that in the last 12 months, we've gone from sitting in a library that is not open currently to working temporarily at a hotel to a mobile unit that was provided by the state, eventually back into a station once all of our emergency responders started thinning out a few months later, and finally kind of resettled back into the organization. What's left of it, we're obviously missing a station, but those adjustments are not easy. A lot of juggling, IT, maintenance, parking is a situation, and there's so many little challenges that, whether we like to admit it or not, they have a direct effect on our daily attitude towards coming to work and dealing with the problems of the job, let alone having to carpool from a location to this agency we go to. But I'd like to offer the thanks for the resilience throughout the putting up with that. Looking forward to a growth year and problem-free. So thank you all for a good meeting. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Thank you.